5 years from now, you will certainly be you. But which version of you? That is the real question. You see, the next 5 years will go by in exactly the same amount of time, no matter what you do. The only difference is who you will be at the end. Will you be a person closer to your goals or further away? Will you be more like the person that you actually want to be or less like them? That is the only difference. And so whatever unit of time we're using, 5 years or even just the next year, there is a question, who will you be at the end? And you are the only one who determines that. And so here is a blueprint that I will give to you that will hopefully help you get closer to the person that you actually want to be and closer to your dreams and aspirations. When we're talking about such grand and big things like dreams, the first thing you have to do is to know what your dream even is. Can you name your dream? Because if you want the blueprint, if you want to go to that destination, you have to know what it is. You cannot do everything, and so you have to pick what your dream actually is. And usually it's the exact thing that you're afraid to do, that you're afraid to speak out. You have that inner voice within you that says, oh man, I really want to be a professional athlete or a footballer, or maybe you want to start that business. But you're afraid to say it out loud, especially in front of other people. But usually it's exactly that thing which is the dream and which is what you should be doing. The thing that you are afraid of. And usually it's exactly that. And so think to yourself, what exactly is the dream that you want? And try to be as accurate as possible. I want to, have this kind of a life. I want to do this as my career or as my job. I want to study in this field. Whatever it is, try to be as accurate as possible. And now that you have some sort of idea of what the direction is, you have to learn the most important thing, and which is the thing where everyone fails, including myself. I fail at this every day almost, and that is to say no. Because now that you've chosen a direction, you have to say no to everything else. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Everyone understands that if you play ice hockey and then you do swimming on the side and then you do a bit of MMA training, you're gonna lose to everyone who's specialized. You're gonna lose to in ice hockey to people who only play ice hockey because you use your time also swimming and doing MMA. You lose to people who only do MMA because you use your time playing ice hockey and swimming. And with swimming the same. You lose to always the people who specialize and eliminate the alternatives. And everyone knows this. You can't see professional athletes who are the tippity top of swimming, like Michael Phelps. You can't see Michael Phelps going, oh yeah, I have all these gold medals from Olympics and stuff in swimming. Next year I'm gonna go become a marathon runner. You just can't do that. You have to specialize. And so if you want to achieve that dream, whatever it is, you have to specialize in exactly that. You can't do everything. So you have to do exactly that one thing and go towards that one thing, and you have to be able to say no and learn to say no to all the other things that will distract and take away from that. And that of course includes stupid stuff that you shouldn't be doing anyway, like alcohol, scrolling social media, all of these things that simply take away from your goal and your dream and will divert you from the path which you are supposed to be on, onto a different path, which won't lead you onto the outcome and to the destination where you want to be. So you have to learn to say no. That is the absolute must. If you don't know how to say no to all the invites and all the things that distract you, then you will never make it. So that is the number one thing which you to take away. If you take away nothing else from this video, take away that say no. You have to learn to say no. And you have to learn to say no so much that you won't even understand it. And this is something which everyone fails at. because it's hard to say no, including myself. I fail at this all the time. So you're not alone, but you have to learn to do it. So now that you hopefully have some sort of a direction which you're going in, and you've eliminated all the different things, you, instead of, oh, I want to run this business and then I want to be a professional athlete here and then be an artist here, you have to only choose one. You have to specialize. And now that you hopefully have done that, and you hopefully have realized all the things that you have to say no to, you have to say no to a lot of things if you want to do that. Now that you're at this point, the next step is simply writing out what do you have to do to achieve that goal, to get to that end point which you want. And most of the time you know exactly the answer, and it's not the one that you want. And so if you want to start a business, for example, you don't have to dream about it. Just Google whatever the laws in your country is on how to start a business. And then you write down, okay, I have to make this sort of application or make this sort of report or whatever it is required. Then you're like, okay, then I have to contact here to get, my payment processor. And then I have to get, my product from here, or I have to get the materials to make my product, or whatever I need if I may have a service. Like, just write down all the things that you need to do in a simple list. Or if you wanna, become a bodybuilder, let's say, just write down, okay, I need to do this kind of a training program, I need to eat this way. Like, once again, simply just write down all the things which you need to do, which usually you even know yourself. Just very simply write down the steps which are required for you to take to get to that end destination, or at least get closer, get started at least. And now that you have all that written down, you have the to-do list. The only thing left is to take action. And because now you have it all. People think that it's so complicated, it's so, you have to go to the Himalayan mountains to find the monk who will tell you the secrets of the universe. No, you don't have to do that. Most of the time, to go towards that dream, that goal that you have, you already know what you're supposed to do. The only difficult part is actually doing what it takes. And that you simply have to work. You have to put in time and effort, and it's gonna take years. Take me for example. A bad example, because I'm not the big successful guy that you want to hear all of this from. But if you look at my YouTube channel, I've been posting for a year straight. Look at the views I get. Look at the subscriber count. But that's what it takes. That's the grind. It takes time. And you have to just be willing to grind for years. There is no guarantee of you, everything going magically. And everyone that has ever succeeded in any meaningful way, it has always taken years of preparation. Even the best athletes, they take decades to train so that they can go and run in the Olympics or play some sport at the top level. Like, it takes time. And now that you have the list, you simply have to take action. And that is the hardest part. So go out there, take action, chase your dreams, and have a fantastic day.